What is up, guys? Welcome back to the complex. So today I'm going to do a video about something that has been pissing me off lately. So don't forget, guys, look, I got a whole pillow for you. Don't forget this, guys. Don't. Can't hear me? Yeah, there you go. Don't forget this. All right. So today's video is going to be about PPP loans and how they are screwing us out of getting nice things, specifically cars. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the complex.
It's a big gap between us and the game. In the next life, I'm trying to stay paid. When I die, put my money in the.
All right, guys. So I've been doing my research for the past, goddamn, like a year. So I've been doing my research for the past year about PPP loans and kind of like what's been going on with them. Why is everything so overpriced? That's a luxury or expensive item, and I think I've solved it. I think I found the key. I think I found what has been making everything skyrocket, from products with cars, electronics, a lot of different high-end luxury items that you just cannot get anymore. Even some of the mid-range luxury items that you can't get anymore. But here's my theory. So follow me on this journey with this theory. Here we go. All right, guys. So I came across this article. This article has to do with there being limited computer chips, and 82% of the consumers are paying above sticker price. I want to say that's like 90% because it's ridiculous lately. You can't get anything at price. So here's my theory. I think that a lot of these vehicles that are the higher end vehicles, I'm not talking about your Toyota Camrys or your Honda Civics. I'm talking about the Mercedes Benzes, the G-Wagons, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, the Porsches, especially the Porsches. Porsche is ridiculous right now. I think they got the record for the most overpriced vehicles. Like a 2015 costs the same as a 2020. It's just insane. So I think that here's my theory, that all the people that got these fraudulent PPP loans are grossly driving up the price of these vehicles. So in my theory, if you're broke, if you don't make that much money, if you have an average income, if you're a higher earning income household, you're not going to buy Ferraris and Porsches all day long. That's not your first priority. Your first priority is your family, getting yourself straight, getting your house, getting, a couple vehicles for you, couple vehicles for the kids. It is a very poor mentality to run out and go buy $100,000 car when you only have $100,000. So most people that move that way, they leverage credit and they use other resources, but they do not spend all of their cash on high-end depreciating vehicles. So it does not make any sense to do anything like that. So here's my theory. I think that these PPP loan people get a quick bag. They go ahead and run over to Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Mercedes, Porsche, Ferrari, and then they just blow this money like it's no tomorrow, because everybody knows that the best money is free money when it comes down to wasting it. So if you work hard and you earn this money, you're not going to waste it. When you're a business owner, you are probably not going to be successful by spending a large amount of cash on luxury items. You want to grow your business, you want that to mature, and you want that money to work for you. You do not want to go out and run and buy the biggest house, the best cars, and all the Louis Vuitton bags in the store. Which makes me think, the people that are doing this, they are probably some either non-business owners or some fraudulent people, because it's really easy to spend the government's money when you get handed to you for free. So in my research, I found that a lot of people who have gotten these PPP loans have gotten large lump sums of money extremely quick. Now, some people actually have a business and others actually just opened an LLC just so they can fraudulently get these loans that the government was handing out like candy. So just to give you a little back end story about the PPP loans, the loans were not given directly by the government. The government contracted different banks and lenders in order to distribute the loans on a massive scale to small businesses that needed the extra funding in order to survive the pandemic. So that's what the PPP loan's for. Turns out that didn't exactly happen. So during this whole PPP loan phase, what ended up happening was a lot of people saw this as a come up and they automatically went in and tried to get that free money. Well, supposedly free money. And now the backlash is hitting hard. It's not only hitting them, but it's hitting everybody else because all these luxury items, all these high-end items that they're getting are now being taken away, repossessed, and they are getting arrested, facing criminal charges, and it's just not pretty at all. I'm gonna dive in a little bit, show you guys what I'm talking about. Check this out based off the articles that I've just randomly been collecting throughout the past, I will say 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Here's what I found, and I'm gonna break down a little bit of data towards the end so you guys know exactly what the numbers are and what we're looking at as far as how much money has actually been taken from the government so far that they're trying to catch people with. All right, guys, so if you check out the screen, you'll notice that Mr. Brown got $4 million and 150 years in prison. So Mr. Brown said he intended to pay the wages on payroll, but didn't use the money for that. So he's gone. San Jose man bought cryptocurrency Tesla with PPP loan money. Got about $2 million, 20 years in prison. This family got $500,000 in PPP loan money. This man got $7 million in PPP loan. This person got $6 million. This person also faked his own death because he got a 56-month sentence from COVID fraud. California, $5 million. First thing they bought was a Ferrari, a Bentley, and a Lamborghini. So guys, one thing is in common with all of these stories, or I would say most of these stories, or a lot of them, is they went out and they bought the things that they weren't able to afford to buy before. So that what makes me think that my theory is close to correct, if not spot on, because these guys couldn't afford this before. They couldn't. Who can afford to go out and get a Ferrari, Bentley, and Lamborghini, unless you're like Rick Ross or something? But the average person, the average business owner, they cannot run out and do this in their 20s and 30s. This is years and years and years of hard work and saving and building and growing before you can do something like this. It's not an instant gratification kind of thing. It's something that you work hard for, where you get extremely lucky. Or you're young and you work very hard, but it's not getting free money from the government. So that's why they're going out and spending money like recklessly, because they basically got a free check to spend it on whatever they wanted to. So let's continue. So this person, 700,000. These two, 1.6 million, bought a Lamborghini and a truck. This couple pled guilty, 1.9 million in fraudulent loans. PPP loaned. Another woman convicted. Former police officer arrested for getting $1 million in PPP loans. Dang, not even the police can go by the rules. Hair extension entrepreneur. Here we go with the entrepreneurs. $1.9 million. You know how much lying and BS she had to do to get $1.9 million from a hair extension business? Unless she was one of the major, biggest, most profitable hair extension companies that existed, but I don't think that's possible because the qualifications for these loans were I believe it was three times the amount of what you make, or 2.5 times the amount of your annual salary. So unless that hair and extension company was making like over 500-600K a year, then I don't think she qualified for the 1.9 mil. Actually, a month. My bad. Former NFL wide receiver, 3 years for COVID PPP loan fraud. He got $1 million. Business owner pleads guilty, $1 million. Bought houses, cars, jewelry. $1 million from a man. He bought diamond ring, Lexus. Shows you a little breakdown of what he spent. He bought an F350, 2017 Lexus GS. I mean, at least he went a little subtle with it. He got a Lexus in a pickup truck. Some people went like buck wild, got Lamborghini trucks. Former Olympic speed skater, $10 million. So that's one of the biggest sums I've seen on here. Let's see. Here's an interesting fact. Blueacorn, they are under investigation right now because they're finding that a lot of the fraudulent loans came from this one company. So this company was just banging out fake loans to people. I'm sure that their quality control and their checks were just not up to par. They were just giving out the loans with basic information. So that's probably why they're getting banged on right now. So 9 Valley residents illegally obtained $23 million. That's insane. 9 people, $23 million. I wonder how many Lambos they bought. $1 million for this young lady in Alabama. PPP loan money. It looks like this man was charged with PPP loan fraud. He sues the U.S. government, Channel 2, and Lowe's. The reason why he's suing is because the man is saying that they're basically defrauding his name and spreading information about him being a fraudulent PPP loan getter. He is currently in court battles to prove his innocence, but I am 99.9% sure he's guilty and he got a fraudulent loan. So he's just trying to sue everybody on his way down, so he can try to, I guess, make up for all the huge fines and money that he has to pay back. Secret Service says 100 billion stolen in pandemic relief programs. So $100 billion is what they're estimating. All right, guys. So as you see, there is a ton of money that got stolen. It's ridiculous, okay, how much money that they stole from the government. They literally stole it. So based off of this, they estimate that $400 billion in COVID relief money was handed out. Out of that $400 billion, they're estimating that $100 billion has been fraudulently taken from the pandemic relief fund. So this could have went to businesses to stay open. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of businesses close due to COVID pandemic, but these guys just drowned because they weren't eligible or didn't get enough money or funding, or they couldn't stay afloat throughout the pandemic. And when you have people that stole 1/4 of the helping money for these businesses, it's sickening to think that these guys thought that it was their right or place to take this much money. I mean, it's insane. $100 billion? That's insane. People should be locked up left and right. So, man, let's just jump into the next part because I'm going to throw up all these disgusting people. So, after looking and doing some research on the internet, I found a website that this guy made. It's called PPP Detective, and it actually tracks all of the loans that people have been getting. All you have to do is type in the business name, the state that it's in, or the location. You can search by different filters and find out what businesses got how much for PPP loans. So I found this very interesting. I actually looked up some old companies I used to work for and different businesses. All this is public information. So there is a government website that you can go to. I'm not sure what the heck it is, but you can go on the government website. You can look up a business and you can see how much that they got for a PPP loan. So I'm guessing it's going to be the SBA website where you can look that information up. It's all public knowledge. So basically this guy just made a portal in order to filter all those things out so you can see how much a business got. He did this in hopes of finding and catching different PPP loan scammers that got loans in order to scam or rip off the government. I kind of like the idea of where this guy's going because I feel like it's insanity as far as how much money was ripped off. And you can just kind of see an example right here of what it looks like. And it shows you exactly how much the company got for the loan. And then if you click on this company, it'll actually show you exactly what they utilized the money for based off of the breakdown from the SBA. And it shows you if they got the loan forgiven or not. So it shows you a lot of information. Currently right now, the website's not working. I don't know if it's down or if, maybe the government came and shut it down, or maybe they're just having some technical issues. But I was just on this website maybe a day ago and it worked perfectly fine. But it is a very interesting find here. If you guys get a chance, check it out. And you're able to also report if something is fraudulent. If, let's say, your neighbor has Italian restaurant from their living room and they got $100,000 PPP loan, then you can report that information. And when you think, why would somebody report this information? Here's why. So let me show you this. So I'm on this website here that I found, and I was kind of curious on what's the benefit of reporting besides, catching these guys and, having them sell all their fun stuff that they bought and putting them in jail. I mean, all that's great stuff. But here's one other great thing. When you go to this website, it shows in the frequently asked question right here, can you get a reward for reporting PPP fraud? So it says successful whistleblowers can receive up to 30% of the money that the U.S. government recovers as a result of their litigation. So that means that there is a possibility, it says not for sure, but there is a possibility that you could get a reward for reporting somebody and them catching a PPP loan fraud. So it says right here that FCA provides a sizable reward for whistleblowers who reveal large-scale fraud. So if you catch you a big fish, you get you a big prize. You eating tonight. So guys, find these people, make them pay, because I want to buy a Ferrari one day, and at this rate I'm never going to be able to, because they're like 10 times the price, 2-3 times the price for a Lamborghini. And I want one. I want one so bad it hurts. So report these fools, catch these fools, subscribe to my channel, like the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.